Welcome to Fallout New Vegas. I am Hominid Digital. Today, Piggy looks for answers at the old Mormon fort to find out what happened to the Freesiders who were assaulted, as well as finding out more information about Rex and what can be done to help him. And then we're going to head up towards Jacobstown, finally. So let's get to it.
Hey.
Roy.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here?
The king asked me to look into your attack.
Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this.
What can you tell me about the attack?
Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanting to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
Do you remember anything about the people who attacked you?
They were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them.
All right, I have to get going.
I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about him. He saw more than I did. Wayne, it's okay. The king sent him.
Ferris.
Evening.
Can't do anything to Ferris. Wayne.
That true? Did the king really send you?
He did. Anything you could tell me about what happened might help.
I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help?
You're not hiding something from me, are you?
What? No. I thought you were supposed to be here to help, and here you are making accusations. Hey, wait. I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey, Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Okay. That's maybe a little bit offensive, but all right.
Yep. That is one odd robot.
Well, thank you, Beatrix.
Howdy.
Howdy do. So who are you?
I've been around a while. Currently working for the followers as a gun for hire, but it's getting rather dull. Aside from protecting them from the occasional thug looking to intercept supply shipments, there isn't much to do around here. The one researcher I liked who I could chat up about liquor got transferred. And the rest of the docs are pretty uptight about my kind of fun.
What are you doing with the followers?
I joined up looking for a decent paying job. Granted, the pay's all right, but they won't let me kick back and slog a brew at the end of the day. They're worried the filthy drunkies in detox seeing me drink will cause an immediate relapse. I say their rehab effort here is just a revolving door.
I bet you've seen a lot over the years.
I've been around long enough to observe the patterns of human behavior. Physical and mental anguish are especially exciting to explore.
Sounds like you're a bit of a dom, Beatrix.
Hey, who doesn't enjoy a little pinch and squeal every once in a while?
Any interest in working for the Garretts?
They already have that pig McCaffrey working for them. Do they need another guard?
This would be as an escort.
I've escorted my share of idiot tourists around Freeside. Too much trouble for what it pays.
When I say escort, I mean prostitute.
I'm all boot, knives, and leather, friend. And cool besides. What kind of weirdo wants what I've got?
Turns out there are customers looking for someone just like you.
Weirdos into bullwhips and necrosis, huh? Doesn't sound half bad. What am I thinking? I'm no whore. And I ain't about to hand my ass over to some penny ante hustler like he owns me.
Speech 35, you'd be an independent with a deep discount on the booze, maybe.
They do have a damn good selection of hooch over at the Wrangler. If I get to choose my customers, if I get to be a little rough with them, if my cut is fair, And if I get that discount, that just might work. Tell the Garretts I'll stop by to work out terms.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Woohoo.
Evening.
Evening. All right. Somebody here was supposed to... Oh, it's the Weathers.
I can't ever thank you enough for saving me and mine. We're free now.
Thank you. We never would have escaped without your help.
Thank you so much for freeing me.
You're welcome. Julie?
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
You need medical supplies?
Rates of injury and illness in Freeside are very high. Supplies don't last long.
What do you need?
Med-X, Radaway, and Fixer are Freeside essentials. I can't pay you for any supplies you bring in, but I could discount the charge for our services.
Seems like you need a steady supply, not just whatever I can grab for you.
So far, the Crimson Caravan won't cut us a deal. If you can convince them or some other merchant to work with us, I'll discount supplies to you.
Well, I just happen to know somebody in Crimson Caravan that could help. At least, hopefully, that'll lead to a helpful situation. You've got yourself a deal.
Just come see me when you've got some supplies to turn in.
Let's talk about something else.
What do you want to talk about?
The king said you could tell me more about his robotic dog.
Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a good dog.
The king brought him here for treatment then?
Yes, a few months ago. We had to tell him there was nothing we could do.
So you can't heal him?
No, Rex's condition is way beyond anything we can handle. He requires brain surgery and some sophisticated cybernetics work, too.
Is there anyone who could do all that?
There's an old scientist named Dr. Henry who reportedly specializes in this sort of procedure. He'd probably be your best bet. Last I heard, he was living up in Jacobstown, far to the northwest.
Oh, thank you. You've been very helpful.
No problem.
Do you sell any medical supplies?
We're pretty short-handed as it is, but I suppose I could spare a few items.
Oh, 53. I'm all right. She doesn't say anything now. Jacobstown. Jacobstown. Well, let's see. Hey, Arcade Gannon.
Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a researcher. Not even a particularly good one.
What kind of research?
Oh, you know, finding alternative treatments for common illnesses and injuries. Stim packs out of barrel cacti and other fantastic improbabilities. As far as fruitless wastes of time go, it's quite noble in its aims.
What's the goal?
For the past 100 years or so, the followers have managed to get by using salvaged medical supplies from the old world. But the side effect of medical success is that more people live longer. Funny how that works. Eventually, we'll run out of hospitals to loot. We need new ways to produce those supplies, or maybe old ways if this research goes anywhere.
You don't sound too enthusiastic about it.
I'm enthusiastic about helping people, but nihil novi sub sole.
Isn't that the language that Caesar's legion speaks?
Caesar can cite Cato to suit his purpose. Many people have spoken Latin. Some of them were quite pleasant. It's unfortunate that the language is now associated with the gentleman across the river.
Where did you learn it?
Not from the Legion, if that's what you're getting at. Books, sheet music, gladiator movie holotapes, bits and pieces here and there. The followers have extensive libraries, but we all draw water from the same old well. Even Caesar.
Nehu what?
Oh, sorry. There's nothing new under the sun. If agave and mesquite were that miraculous, the locals would have figured it out a few thousand years ago.
Do you know much about Caesar?
I don't know anything that the others couldn't tell you. Caesar was one of the followers. Before my time, of course. He wanted to rebuild the new world in the image of the old. A sad story of good intentions gone bad. In that regard, he's hardly unique. If you set aside his leadership capabilities, extensive knowledge, and ruthless cunning, he's just another jerk who steps on people to get his way.
Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
Do you need any help?
Me specifically? No. I'm sure Julie Farkas does, though. Lab coat, pointy hair. Answers to the name Julie Farkas, strangely enough. I'm sure she can find something for you to do. It might be kind of depressing and terrible, though. Caveat Samaritanus.
Why do you do research instead of providing medical assistance?
Not all followers are people persons. Besides, someone needs to do research. I have no problem with Julie sticking me back here. Out of sight, out of mind. There are worse things one can be, though I do admit it is a bit boring. Though it has a noble goal, I don't think this research will yield much fruit. No pun intended.
Why don't you come with me?
No offense intended, but why should I go anywhere with you?
'Cause the Legion hates me? I'm going after a man named Benny for revenge, and I need someone to keep me patched up.
Pulling bullets out of a vengeance-crazed drifter is truly a noble step up from tending to the downtrodden of Freeside. But I think I'll pass.
Hello again. Still in one piece, I see.
Would you reconsider my offer to travel with me? I could really use your help.
The last time we discussed this, you didn't exactly wow me with your pitch. What have you got for me this time?
Nothing. You're right. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
Goodbye.
See you around.
Let's see. Yeah, let's go tell the king about his dog. The king. The king, baby. Oh, ho, oh, ho, ho.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell.
That's what I'm all about, baby. Boing, boing.
Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat?
The local men were attacked by soldiers. One of the men was identified by rank.
Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Julie Farkas said a man in Jacobstown can treat Rex.
She said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here, and you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell you what, you promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say?
Absolutely. I'll see that he gets better.
I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you'll see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear? Rex, this is your new master. Protect her as you would me.
Rex has given you the Search and Mark perk. Alright, what does that mean? While Rex is a companion, unequipped chems, firearms, and ammunition within a short distance are highlighted when you zoom the camera. Cool. Nice. Well, Boone. Why are you wearing the collar, Boone? I just realized he's wearing the bomb collar.
Pisses me off that Legion slavers can just operate on NCR turf like that. If we hadn't caught up to them, they probably have a clear path to the river. No one to stop them. There should be patrols, checkpoints. We got greedy, overstretched. Now our own territory is insecure.
How do you feel about Manny Vargas?
He was a good spotter.
Were you also friends?
Yeah, we were.
Not anymore?
When Carla went missing, he was the first person I told. He tried to hide it, but I could tell right away. He was glad.
I have another question about you.
Sure.
What outfit did you serve in the military with?
First NCR Recon. It's a sniper battalion. Sees a lot of action. They moved us around a lot. I was stationed at Camp Golf for a while. Last I heard, they're at Camp McCarran.
How did you happen to join First Recon?
They pick you out if you do well at the firing range. Pays a little better, so I said okay.
Is that a First Recon beret?
Yeah. You could tell by the patch. Bear skull with crossed rifles behind it. Slogan underneath.
What's the slogan?
The last thing you never see. Pretty accurate. And so are we.
Tell me about Camp McCarran.
Was an airport before the war. Command liked it because it was already fortified, and it let them keep an eye on the strip. They've got an old monorail that still runs between them. Used mostly for supplies and deployment. But if you get leave, you're allowed to go gamble. Was General Oliver's post. But I heard he's been up at the dam a lot lately. Guessing Colonel Shu is running it.
What do you think of General Oliver?
Didn't know him. He's a signature on my discharge papers. Wasn't real popular, though. Even overheard my CO complain about him once. General Wait and See, he called him.
Do you know Colonel Shu at all?
Yeah. He introduced himself to me once. I shook his hand. Doubt he remembered me now, though. When he looked at you, you could see he understood. After some of the things we'd seen, that meant something. But I heard he'd be a general right now if Oliver didn't know the president.
The dam?
The big one. The one the NCR is trying to hold on to, that the Legion's pushing for. Whole war depends on holding it.
What was Camp Golf like?
It was on the front line for a while. Only resort in New Vegas no one wanted to get sent to. Doesn't have that kind of importance anymore, though. They pulled most of the troops out of there after we took the Hoover Dam.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Are you an outlaw now?
No. People die out there. Often enough that no one worries about blame. They're too anxious to forget it happened in the first place, I guess. Besides, I was on break when it happened.
I think it's time you told me what happened to your wife.
I don't see what this helps. She's dead.
The better we understand each other, the more effective we'll be.
All right. I tracked her down. Southeast, near the river. They were selling her. Saw it through my scope. Whole place swarming with Legion, hundreds of them, bidding for things no man has a right to. I just had my rifle with me. Just me against all of them. So I took the shot.
Better for her to die than live a Legion slave.
Yeah. What they do to women, that's worse than death. There was no choice in what I did. It was more like being forced to watch something you can't stop. All this was only ever going to play out one way. It still is. I don't have any say. All I can do is wait for it to be done with me.
You make it sound like your wife's death was inevitable.
It was going to be something. If I'd never met Carla, it would have been something else. I should have never gotten close to her. I've got bad things coming to me. You better keep your distance, too.
Why do you think you've got bad things coming?
Because fair is fair.
I don't understand.
Better that you don't.
Ever take that beret off? Even though you have it off right now?
No.
Can you tell me more about your wife?
I met Carla while I was at the Strip on leave. She said I looked lost. She talked a lot. Suited me fine. I never know what to say. And listening to her, it could make you forget. She stuck out pretty much everywhere we went. Like she was from a different time. A better time. I never met anyone like her.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
There we go. That's a little better. And now we got a cyborg dog.
Hey, isn't that the king's dog?
Not anymore, it's not. Well, hell, let's go to Jacobstown. Take Rex to Dr. Henry in Jacobstown. Well, we're going to the north entrance.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Nick and Ralph's.
Let's see, first, where was that douchebag I was talking to before? The smooth talker. Crimson Caravan. Let's go talk to them. Let's go see if we can find, what the hell was his name?
Hey there.
Ringo.
Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs.
Who's in charge here?
Alice McLafferty runs the Crimson Caravan. You can find her over in the main office.
So what's next for you?
I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started.
All right. Goodbye.
I'll see you around.
Oh. I didn't see that. Ooh, guys, careful. Ooh, guys, you've got to be careful. The Sunset Sarsaparilla. It's a damn factory. There we go. Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters. Okay, so we're cutting around a bit, going this way. Oh, really? What the hell are these guys? Bing. Bongo. Bingo. Yeah, let's... Oh boy, I'm excited. Going to Jacobstown is... Man, it's been a while. Yeah. I think we're just about getting there, looks like. Gotta take a long way to get around there. It'll be worth it. There's a reason why Jacobstown is pretty damn quiet. Oh boy. Cazador. How did I miss? Who the hell just shot me? Damn, he heals quick. Alright. Damn right, poison removed. Banana yucca. Well, let's see how this goes. Look at the pretty flower, the pretty trees. There's actual green life around here. Now, what could possibly be making it so nice up here? Oh, alright. What in the world? Is there safety in the mountains? There's always money in the banana stand. Mantis. Oops. Didn't really need to attack that one. And I bet they would be delicious. Giant mantis. Ooh, it's snowy up here too. Snowy and green trees. This is a weird place. Super mutants.
Ugh, need to tighten up my vices again.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here.
I'm looking for Dr. Henry.
Doc's inside the lodge.
I had some questions about Jacobstown.
Such as?
What's the history of Jacobstown?
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the Wasteland. No more fighting, just get along.
That's definitely Michael Dorn. That's the guy that plays Worf on Star Trek Next Generation. That's awesome. I love that they do voice acting. You hear them, all the cast around doing different voices in different games. He's been in a lot of stuff. I'd like to know more about you.
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with a tribal. Now I'm here.
I believe he's referring to the main character from either the second or the first Fallout. I don't remember which one, but he's one of the people you meet in those games. Super mutant army?
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well.
You were a mayor?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time.
Tell me more about the tribal.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I've got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Why do the super mutants dislike the NCR?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
What do you know about the Legion?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
What makes the NCR too ambitious?
They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
Anything else you can tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
Do you have any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the Wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the Waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
What's wrong with the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
Are there any town rules I need to know about?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Goodbye.
See you.
See you around, Mr. Dorn. Well, we're coming to the end of the video here. We have entered Jacobstown, and now we know where there's just a bunch of chill super mutants hanging out, and there's a whole bunch more exciting stuff to see in Jacobstown. So until next time, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and have a good day. Bye-bye.